Because last week I didn't finish my story, I'm gonna continue, and this part is about how I got into Super Junior in my K-pop story. So I finished with I'm into K-pop already. My MP3 player only contains K-pop songs. And school started and I've been watching few dramas like Dream High, 49 Days. My girlfriend is a Gumi host, so definitely watch dramas. And because I took my high school final English exams a year earlier, so in the end of my 11th grade, I didn't had English classes in my last year in high school. So there was like these gap classes when you don't have anything to do, but you'll have a lesson after a class after that, so you have to stay in school and you can't go out. That was my school. So, and I don't really know anyone who didn't have classes at the same time, because from my class there were those I don't want to talk to someone who didn't have classes at that time. So I only knew one or two girls from the class C, and I was in D. And once we were sitting in the aula, I don't know, a big place, and it's high, and the classrooms are in the two sides of it, and in one side there are stairs and there are other classrooms, but it's just in a round, so it really looks good. And I was sitting alone and studying. What am I talking about? Probably I don't know what I was doing. And this girl I knew from the class C, Marina, and just like, don't sit there alone, Tuni, come here. She's really sweet. It's weird, but she's just like full of cuteness. Weird. And she's tall, even it's more weird, but she's so pretty and I really like her. So she invited me over to, don't sit there alone, and I sit down, and she saw my notebook. I don't know which one was that, but every single one of my notebooks had Jangyanggwa and that written. So, and she remembered, isn't that Korean guy? She actually remembered, and not like Japanese and Chinese. And oh, look, here's Kinga. She's all into this Korean stuff. Just talk. She's really like this. Talk. She's cute. So I just we just look at each other and, who's your husband? And she told me that she won. And it's like, who? You know, Super Junior. Yeah, the 10 plus member boy group. There's a lot of them. And yeah, mine is Younghwa. Oh yeah, I know him. She really knows a lot about K-pop. So in these classes we just started to talk. And one day with my best friend, you know, who introduced me into K-pop, just we were eating something in McDonald's, you know, probably a cheeseburger, nothing big. And they came, Kinga, that girl, with her friend Honey, who is a Vietnamese girl. And we just sat down and talked, and who is her bias also? Super Junior. And I was just like, why? There are a lot of guys there. Okay, Mr. Simple is cool, but yeah. And I was just like this. And who is her bias? Hanging all the time. And yeah, so hanging. And okay, I knew her also this way. Okay, we were talking and we had the autumn break, something like spring break at Easter and winter break at Christmas, something just in the autumn. And I was just like, okay, I got into FX a little bit earlier than into Super Junior, started to learn their names, but I couldn't really match faces. Besides 21, I was never good at that, never. And then just, you know, your eyes for Asian faces didn't develop. So after you learned few bands, you were just like easy after that in a few of them. So and I was just so, why did I only choose La Chata as a good song? You know, when I marked everything with a heart and star, to Pinocchio, Hot Summer, and seriously, Nuevio, and I just started to listen to these songs. Then, at the same time, I got a little interested in Super Junior because, you know, at every week I heard about them and saw some pictures, but basically only about Shion. And then I got a post on my Facebook page. This is simple video. Time name, blah blah blah. Hangang, blah 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 blah. Kangin, blah 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 blah. Kibam, blah 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 blah. And we had like 100 comments under that discussing how someone at this someone looks like. And it's like, I didn't realize that there are really everybody's singing, and I was just like, oh, there is that guy Kihyun, and I was like, before Yes song, I didn't notice anyone. The first one who caught my eyes, my attention was Yes song. Yeah. So he was my first bias this way, and the other one who caught my eyes was Inyok, but he wasn't really my bias. I just know that there is him. I didn't even know that there is a chubby guy. There is Shindong. I didn't know. So then, sorry, just started to learn them from the video and learn their names and in order started. And when I got back from the break, I got a DVD with few variety shows on it. And the first one I watched was Mini Drama. And I remember the time when all the faces were a bunch of mess in my mind. Either Kihyun and Inyok are the same person, or not the same. I could tell that that's a different person. I just didn't know who it is and which is which. And oh, and I started to watch the Suju guides, and that way I just started to like this and that member. And in a way, I watched Come to Play. That variety program is really good to learn them. Just they are talking about how is Kangin, how is Ichol, and it's just awesome. And I really learned Kangin and Hichol and Shion. I already know him from there. And at the time I watched Oh My Lady with Shion, and this is when Shion turned to be my bias for like 2 weeks, but he was my bias for 2 weeks after Yes song. Because I really liked the drama, though with the actress they didn't have any chemistry at all. But yeah, the story was sweet and I recommend it. Yeah, it was good. So I watched that and started to watch like Happy Camp and the show when the Ajumas come to their house, and I just started to know them a lot more. And at the time, maybe in the beginning of December, I started to get into Donghae more, but still there was no particular bias because all the members were split into 2 groups, the Kinga and Honey, and Kinga had like Shiwan, Iti, Kangin, and that's all, and all the others for Honey, and Iyuk is for both of them, so no one was mine. And then in December I bought my first album ever. Acha. This album is the worst condition from all of my albums. So, and I still thought that 21 is my bias group, but no. After all the shows I watched, I really started to like them more. So yeah, and I really started to get into this person here, Donghae. And I realized that in winter break I spent like 5 hours in particular days under the Mr. Simple video and talking to other elves. And then I ordered the 21 second mini album, but if I had to choose, I chose this. And I just watched other shows, man. Attack on the Peanut Boys, the film. I watched it a lot earlier though, But there's a variety program when they're just talking about it, and Intimate Note, and yeah, a lot of shows. Sorry, I don't know what's with me. I really got into them and then decided that I want to have K-pop posters in my room. And when I ordered some, I ordered for Super Junior and no other. And then started to order albums, C, then Twins and Banana repackaged together, and my Mr. Simple Doggy version. That's when Doggy became my bias, when I ordered that CD. And maybe a few days after that, my friend told that, yeah, anyways, Doggy is not mine already. So she gave him to me, and yeah, Doggy is mine. You know, in the and since then I got Hicho, so it wasn't that hard. Then Hicho was really the last from all my biases who got into that place. Oh, Baby Show Me and Hicho. So yeah, and then I started to watch Full House and Adonis Camp a lot later. Exploration of the human body, and I really don't understand if somebody is not into Super Junior. It's maybe you can be like me, that you're not into them, that as you learn more and more about them, you watch more and more shows, I still every day I fall more into them. They just deserve it. And if you just know about their stories and you know about all the car accident stuff, all the hanging stuff, when he broke his arm while they were trainees and he didn't even notice, then it just, when they couldn't debut, it's, all of them suffered a lot. And I don't think it's something that I should be ashamed of, or ashamed, I don't know what to put after that, but it's really how they are, and you have to admit that you like them because of this, because this made them how they are now and how they are open to us, and they are really the group who loves and thanks their fans the most, and they are the group who's the closest with their fans. I don't know, I never saw anything like that. Plus they are the funniest. So it's like Super Junior is #1 for me in variety programs, but I really like 2PM too. And as what I've seen, maybe Yuki's is the one I really like how they handle their fans and everything. I like that. But really, Super Junior has everything. And if you're not into Super Junior, you just don't know them. And I know that probably most of them are just afraid, or I don't know, they just don't start to be more into them because then, I don't know. If Super Junior is there, they will completely ruin your K-pop bias list. They will be on the top easily, except if you're a boy, and yeah, you should just stay with girl groups. Or you can be a fanboy, but I'm not making anyone that you have to be an elf, but yeah, really, to be an elf is different. You just get more love, or I don't know, it's like not that, oh thank you for coming, oh thank you, it's like not that, and just learn more and more about them. It just makes you love them more. And that's what happened to me. I just learned more and more about them, and then I just realized that other groups are not entertaining at all compared to them. They're cute, but if they're Super Junior, I didn't care about anything that much. And I don't know. I'm glad that I like them, and I'm glad that I started to collect albums, and it affects my wallet, and I have to pay, but I can't stop. They're so perfect. I mean the albums and the 15 guys in them and the songs. So yeah, and they are really the most talented, the most funny, and the ones who love their fans the most. So they really do deserve to have the most fans. They really do deserve to have the most albums sold. they really do deserve, if there isn't someone from other fandom just like them, and maybe think about just buy one album from them. Even if they really deserve that they are known, and even, and not only their fans buy their albums. I know a lot of groups when even their fans don't buy their albums, then who would buy it? But with Super Junior, not only fans, and that's what I really appreciate. That, yeah, maybe you're a VIP, but you still like them, and I really like the relationship between ABS and VIPs. I think VIPs are nice. Girl group fans are more scary, and ABS are the most scary, but we all know that the power of the many people. girls, definitely ABS are girls, that's the big problem with us. But I don't mind. They deserve our love, and I think everybody just tries to give as much love to Super Junior as they can, even from the other half of the world. And yeah, I'm glad I'm enough. So, though I don't like this name that much, though I like the meaning, but it sounds weird. I don't really like fan clubs name that. But yeah, I only call myself enough, nothing else. And yeah, I'm glad that I know these 15 perfect guys, and that I could choose my biases. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and look forward for my other unboxings and everything, and subscribe. Oh, I never really say this, but I think, you know, if you want to subscribe, you'll subscribe. Bye!